Gwyneth Paltrow, the mastermind behind the "This Smells Like My Vagina" candle, is being sued right now, and it is one of the goofiest trials I have ever seen before. This court case feels like it comes straight out of a sitcom. But she's being sued over an incident that happened back in 2016. The dude's suing her because he's claiming that she committed a hit and run on him on the ski slopes that caused brain damage to him, as well as maybe some other damages here and there. And he's suing for a total of $300,000 in damages. But realistically, none of that really matters because this court case just feels like you're at the circus, like you're watching a bunch of clowns interact. It's just prom entertainment, man.
$1 bill. Gwyneth was hurt by Mr. Sanderson's negligence. When he came up behind her, paralleled her, and went. She says she has a prior knee problem. She was worried about it. When they were dismissed, they went down to the bottom of the hill. And who was waiting for her? Her daughter, Apple, now 18, then 8, I think. No. 11. Sorry, I got that mixed up.
The man you just saw speaking is Gwyneth Paltrow's lawyer, who has been an absolute goofball throughout this entire trial. Watching him has been a highlight of it for sure. He looks like he's so nervous up there, like he's never done this before. It's the first time he's threw on his big boy suit and took up to the podium to defend a client. He acts like I did when I was in high school giving a presentation to the class. I just keep stumbling over my words, glancing down at my note cards I can't even read. Nothing's making sense in my head. My palms are sweaty. Knees weak, arms are heavy, and I just freeze up and I can't think, nothing's coming through, and then I start melting down. That's exactly what it looks like the entire time that he is trying to defend Gwyneth.
And he hits down, side, and his head, and so she's pulling. Now, he's like, I know the whole thing. Younger woman, not younger, young, does that say said? I can't read it. Anyone? And I think she might have said the F word.
And I know it's not fair to show a compilation of all his word fumbling that he's doing, just, stumbling over every other word in his sentences. But it's really not much different if you were to just watch the trial straight up. The clip I first showed you was unedited, completely raw, no rubber, and he was still not making much sense. And that compilation just shows you the best examples from the trial of this dude just being an absolute goofy goober like he is. It really feels like he got his lawyer license out of like the bottom of a cereal box or something. I can't believe this dude's actually an attorney.
Defendant Gwyneth Paltrow knew that looking up the mountain and to the side while skiing down the mountain was dangerous. By looking up and to the side, she knew what she was doing was dangerous. She knew it was reckless, and somebody would get hurt anyway. I think I just said that.
And as you can tell, it wasn't just Gwyneth's lawyer that was unprepared for class that day. The other lawyer who was going against her also had no idea what he was doing. It was like he was looking at those notes for the first time, and he kept losing his place. I just can't believe that this is an actual court case that is going to have real repercussions on the people involved. I feel like you could throw a literal toddler in there who wants to be a lawyer when they grow up, and they could defend Gwyneth much better, or even make him the prosecutor trying to make Gwyneth lose the case, and they would be doing better than the other lawyer. Just nobody in this case is good.
Those are facts.
Yeah, and let's keep the interruptions to a minimum, would we?
Well, counsel, go ahead. I mean, the objections have been valid, some of them.
So,
with every clip I see of Gwyneth Paltrow's lawyer, the more I think that he got his law license illegally, or he traded somebody for it, or he took like some random quiz online and just printed out a fake certificate. Like, I don't believe this dude actually knows what he's doing. Her lawyer got so bad at one point, she had to get them to tell him to set his ass down because it was just embarrassing them.
Just comment on that for me, please. I'm being told to sit down. I'm sitting down. Thank you.
Man, I'd give my left nut to be in this crowd watching this trial unfold in person. That would be better than getting surprised with tickets to Disney World. That would be an absolute dream to watch this thing happen in real time, just to be there and watch everybody, see everything that's going on, take it all in. Dear Lord, I live for this goofiness.
You were wearing goggles, a helmet.
Yes,
Okay, kind of looked like everybody else on the slope.
that's always my intention.
Okay. Probably had a better ski outfit, though, I bet.
I still have the same one.
It feels like the attorney who is questioning Gwyneth right now is just starstruck. Like she took this job only to talk to Gwyneth Paltrow, her icon, her idol. Ever since she bought stuff off the Goop website and bought her This Smells Like My Vagina candle, she's just been dreaming to meet her hero. And now she finally has the opportunity. Because the questions she asked don't really pertain to the case whatsoever.
May I ask how tall you are?
I'm just under 5'10".
Okay. I am so jealous.
I think I'm shrinking though.
You and me both. I have to wear 4-inch heels just to make it to 5'5".
Well,
So.
they're very nice.
Well, thank you. And you're not trained in accident reconstruction.
Me?
Yeah,
No.
neither am I.
That's the same laugh I would do if I met Jason Momoa. I would be absolutely starstruck and a little bit horny.
I was yelling at him.
Pretty loud, pretty forceful,
I was pretty upset.
right? You're
Yeah.
small but mighty. Actually, you're not that small. Okay, and I'm assuming, and you're under oath here, that you're a good tipper.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. I wouldn't expect anything less.
How is this a real trial, man? Our judicial system at work, ladies and gentlemen. Really a masterclass, dude. They just had a conversation like they were on a girls' brunch or something. Like they were just out on a Sunday morning chatting it up. Not like they were enemies in court trying to win the case. Oh my lord, man.
And he has deterred you from enjoying the rest of what was a very expensive vacation.
Well, I lost half a day of skiing. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know, man. You could take any single clip from this court case completely out of context and it would be hilarious in its own right. I don't know, every single second of this, it's just funny. It's a funny court case. I haven't seen a second of this trial yet that I haven't enjoyed. I was initially just watching it like it was a fly on my wall, just keeping an eye on it to see if it, anything crazy happened. But as soon as I started seeing the clips of the lawyers just being bananas, I couldn't take my eyes off. I've been watching every single second of this case, and it's beautiful. But to give you some actual updates on this case, so far, all that's really happened, they've brought in like physics experts, all these other kind of experts, a neurologist to, talk about brain injuries because the guy said he received a brain injury and they proved that it just wasn't the case. He didn't get a brain injury from the skiing accident. And the only thing that was causing the brain deterioration was just the natural progress of aging. Our bodies naturally just decomposing and breaking down. And then the physicist they brought brought the whiteboard out like he was Albert Einstein explaining how Isaac Newton's laws of gravity could cause the dude to break his own ribs if he fell. He popped out the whiteboard and everything.
If you do the calculations with the correct equations and only his mass, you get over 4,000 newtons when he lands. Actually, you get 11,056 newtons. So if he were to fall to the snow using Dr. Bame's calculation method the correct way, then just Mr. Sanderson falling, not Miss Paltrow involved at all, he could get rib fractures.
So they basically just dismantled this guy's case, pretty much saying that it's not likely that Gwyneth hit him and caused these injuries, if she even did hit him in the first place, because her story is that he hit her, and she says that he hit her from behind and came in between her skis, and it was real sexual sounding. So who knows what the actual story is, but she's counter-suing for $1 plus attorney charges. She's pretty much just taking this thing as a joke, much like everybody else is who's watching it. And oh boy, It's just a wild court case, man. Overall, it's just insane. And then from today's hearing, we have one of my favorite clips from this entire thing. The dude who is suing Gwyneth, right here you see on screen, he looks like Colonel Sanders' cousin, claims, or they say that he claimed Gwyneth Paltrow was like King Kong coming out of the jungle when she was like coming at him on her skis before she hit him, according to him.
Upon filing your lawsuit in a press conference, compare my client to King Kong coming out of the jungle. Yes or no?
That was not my intention.
Did you do that? Did I make up those words, or are those your words to the press?
I'm not sure, but probably sounds familiar.
Do you dispute it?
I dispute my intentions, that's all.
King Kong coming out of the jungle.
Press conference.
Pardon?
Press conference. I was pretty...
Did you say those words about my client?
I meant to say King Kong just chased someone out of the jungle.
So he's comparing Gwyneth Paltrow to King Kong chasing someone out of the jungle. He's the person being chased in this situation. And that's a good comparison, I think. If someone was coming at you down the ski slopes like that, it would probably feel like King Kong chasing you out of the jungle. Or at least make you feel like you're in Temple Run or something. It's a funny comparison.
Your testimony to the jury here today is Mr. Sanderson skied into you.
That is correct. I was skied directly into.
How did you know it was a man?
Because he was making some strange noises that sounded male.
So now I'm showing you a bit of Gwyneth Paltrow's, her side of the story, what she claims happened. The dude claims that she chased him down the thing like she was King Kong coming out of the jungle, and then she hit him, caused all these injuries, these life-altering injuries, which is why he's suing. And now she's saying that he was the one that actually hit her, and it was a reverse situation.
Mr. Christensen stayed and filled out the report, made sure Mr. Sanderson was okay.
How do you know that if you weren't there?
Because he told me.
The only person who says that they saw the collision was Mr. Ramon.
I don't believe that he saw what he thinks he saw.
I am going to try and be both you and Mr. Sanderson.
Let's have Mr. Sanderson. He's here. Let's have him come.
I don't want to. We're not going to reenact what happened.
There's that goofball attorney again stepping in, sticking his nose where it don't belong, trying to get them to reenact it like they're at a play right now. And it's so funny that the judge has to be like, "No, we're not gonna put on a performance here. We're already looking silly enough." The dude wanted to bring Mr. Sanderson up, who was suing Gwyneth Paltrow, to act this whole thing out in front of Gwyneth with the other attorney to recreate what happened when they collided and the aftermath that ensued on the ski slopes. If that's not just the silliest thing I've ever heard. And that's pretty much it. This case has been going on for a little bit over a week now, somewhere around that. And it looks like the end is in sight, like the finish line. We can see it off in the distance. It should be coming to a close very soon. I don't know who's going to win. I don't really care. I'm just here for the pure silliness that this is providing me. I'm having more fun watching this court case than I am watching any other TV show that is airing right now. It is just my favorite activity. I plop my booty cheeks down in this chair and I just zone in. And I'm just watching every single video that comes out about this trial because I can't get enough.